Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play. This is Cot, and yes, sorry for taking the past 2 days off, but being an American, had to do the whole Thanksgiving thing with family, friends, and all that. And then, of course, all of us Americans lose our minds the day after for Black Friday, so had to go decimate the old savings account and max out the credit cards to go on our crazy buying binge. So I'm back, so let's get on with this and let's have some fun. The great thing with not being here for the past 2 days, the devs went ahead and updated the game. And if you recall, we had some giant mutant trees that I just wasn't too sure about. So it turns out they fixed it and now it's an event. So we're going to go ahead and chop this puppy down because since we know what it looks like, if we do the 10 iron tools, I'm going to get rid of it. We picked up 64 timber there, and I think we had one more up here. They look a little bit different than the other trees. Here it is. See how it looks different? So let's get rid of that one too, and we picked up 67 more timber, so that problem is solved. No more worrying about having that thing falling down or whatever and destroying stuff. And it looks like Cleric went bye-bye, so we're going to go ahead and, since I'm not doing clay, I'm going to go ahead and pause the sand pit and get Maggie in there. So hopefully that's going to help with the old happiness there. So let's go ahead and kick in play. Couple of people have messaged me. Oh, what's this? It's a Sleepwalker. Woohoo. In recent days, one particular citizen seems to be sleepwalking. No matter how much others call out to him, there is no response, and he continues on without eating or drinking. People around here are really worried. Force him to wake up. Yeah, let's slap him upside the head. I felt like I was in a long dream where I was alone in the desert no matter where I go. And now I feel so hungry and thirsty. Well, then eat and drink. Be happy. So, okay. That was it. Okay, boring. So, where was I? Oh, with people messaging me, people brought up about changing the name from a Let's Play series to like a teaching series or something like that. So if you would, leave a comment on, should I change it to a Let's Play or name it something else? And a couple other people brought up that I have no thumbnail. So I'm buying the software and hopefully I will get that stuff fixed because the other software that I have, just too labor intensive and I just want something quick and easy. So we have that. And then other people are wondering why I'm moving the town. Well, believe it or not, I did it on purpose. I knew when I placed this that they were too close. But I just basically want to show people that you're going to be destroying everything in this game as you go along. As your map gets larger and the needs of your settlers get more problematic, that you have to be ready just to look at something and say, I'm getting rid of it. It is what it is. Because if I keep this here, knowing that I've made this mistake, I'm going to be building around my problems. And that's what I see a lot of people do during their gameplays is they just live with a headache that they put down. And so that was the main goal of misplacing some buildings and technically not doing my normal gameplay. So that was the main reason, and some people will still think I'm an idiot for doing it, but that's fine. I really want to show you that, if you're going to really get into this game and you want to create something really fantastic, you got to be ready to bite the bullet. And that was just the main thing I wanted to get out there. So we're going to tack on a couple more houses because we're going to be getting rid of these houses. And then we're going to go ahead and move the clinic. I'm going to turn it sideways so I'll actually be able to get more houses. And then, of course, we're going to move the church. And when we remove this marketplace, we're going to add more. I should say, open up the space for the theater, or excuse me, the bathhouse. And we're going to move these buildings, these houses. I'm going to wind up losing these 6, and I'm going to have to move these houses to make the proper space for the theater. Now, some people have been asking me, why am I placing it like this? Well, if you go into, I think it's quality. No. I think it's no. Oh, trade. Okay. I'm blowing this. It is, what we're looking for is for the marketplaces. And market expansion. This is going to increase the size of my marketplace by 20%. And what that means is this bubble is going to increase in 20% size, which is going to place it further out. And the church, you can do upgrades that will expand it. And same with the other buildings. They actually do have specials to where you can increase the radius so you don't have to place down a bunch of buildings. So that's the method to the madness here. Now, another thing is when you're building this, figure out what you want to do. And that's the big problem people have is, they're planting fields down. What I recommend you do is go into the help menu, see the items, go over into diet, and like right now, with what I have, I should be, since I have goose now and alpaca meat, I should be really looking at going into salted meat. And the reason why is it's more filling. And that means the settlers, it takes longer for them to go hungry. So, if I really wanted to go for this, then I would be going into salt making, because the salt making gives me the ability to salt fish and salt meat. The other skill I'd want to pick up is the meat processing. So I could turn the goose meat and the alpaca into chunks of meat, which would, when I built the curing shop, they would combine that with the salt, and then I'd have salted meat, so my citizens would actually eat less. Now, another cool thing that the devs brought in that finally works is right here in your overview. Go into the rough foods, and now you can actually ban people, your settlers, from eating certain items. So I think the tomato is used in the turkey dinners, I do believe. You can actually ban them from eating your tomatoes. So all of that will go into production. It didn't do that before. We had a numbering system for priority, and it was an absolute headache. And then apparently a couple days ago, they released this fix, but it apparently wasn't working very well, and they went ahead and did another patch, and now it does work. So now you can control what your settlers can actually eat. But you got to be real careful with this, because if you're using, what do we have up here? Say you're using chili peppers as a main food for everybody to eat, and all of a sudden you ban them because you're going to use this into a better product. You better make sure that you have other food that can supplement this until that new production line that's creating the new food ramps up. So you want to avoid starvation this way. So I just wanted to throw that out there so you know what's going on. But soon we're going to start destroying the village and moving things out. And it's going to get a little crazy, especially in the field area, because I'm going to be moving them way up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start clearing areas not too far away that's going to do this for me. And like right now, these are filled, which is not good. So that means I don't have much yeah, this one's almost full. That one's almost full. Yeah, I need to put some temporary storage over here real fast. So let's get that issue addressed. And we'll toss in my road right here. And this is all temporary. I have every intention in destroying it. Getting rid of these size, or I should say, the open warehouses, it's no big deal. I'm not wasting any mats doing this, and they're fast builds and they're fast teardowns. So it is worth having these. And now the workers can dump all their fun stuff here versus hoofing it over here. And even they're starting to have their problems. I mean, water's really filling up, which is fine. I don't mind being overrun on water. And what I could actually do right here just to resolve a little bit of this is I'm going to just keep this out of the way a little bit, and so 10 by 10, and I'm going to pause the game so I can get this done real quick. I am only going to allow water. And what happened? It used to have just a water only icon. What happened? Okay, devs, I don't like that. Alcohol and snacks. Okay, that really does not make sense here. You know, and this is the one aggravating part. The filters for any of these warehouses should match up to what's up in this area. I mean, okay, beverages. Water's a beverage. Okay, if I go here, beverages, this is just aggravating because now I know water, coffee, all this is going to go in here. And in my previous maps, even spirits went here when I had it designated specifically for water only. So I hope the devs get this issue addressed, because it does make playing this game a headache when you can't control what's going, you can't dial in what's going into your warehouses. It's so annoying. And, you know, if they're going to fix something in this game, I would love to see that as a priority. Now, I understand, they have the, what is this? The transfer stations and all that, and you can dial the stuff in there. But come on, why can't we have decent filtering for the warehouses? It just, it's annoying. So I need to play with these a little bit more. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set up another warehouse right here. And I'm going to see if I can force them into moving this water over here. Because that's about the only way to clear out a warehouse right now, is you basically have to destroy it. And until they fix it, you're going to find strange stuff all over the place here. Oh, they're already filling it up. So I don't want beverages there. Beverage materials. Oh, we're going to see what happens there. It's going to be interesting to see if water is a beverage material. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get rid of this. And let's see where it all goes. Okay, they're getting water over here. Oh, guys, please don't send your stuff over here. No beverages. This is the fun part when you're trying to move product around on your map, is if you don't dial it in specifically to all your other warehouses, they're just going to dump it all over the place. And just for right now, I don't want water. I mean, I know I have this, but it's going to be interesting where they move this stuff to. No, on my luck, they're going to move the water over here, which is something I don't want. Okay, I've already got it filtered. So where are they going to go with this? Oh, our fire event hit. And let's get it up to decent speed here. And they put it out. Life is good. See, having the wells located close, they were able to put it out in a heartbeat. And so it's going to be interesting to see if any other houses catch fire. Okay, that one's done. So this is just the slow crawl with the warehouses. So now I'm going to make sure this one doesn't have beverages. And now I'm going to destroy this one. And it's going to be basically a rinse and repeat. I'm just trying to move the water. That's all I'm trying to do, is get it into a warehouse that I can deal with right now. Because you have to remember, I'm going to be tearing all this stuff out and moving. So right now, I'm just basically filtering the water out of the way, since that seems to be the biggest headache I'm going to have. And wasn't paying attention, and I am out of lumber. But I'm going to get it all addressed, because once we get the town built, we're going to go into the forest farms. And once I get those built, you're going to see we don't have any issues with timber. I mean, we're going to resolve that issue for a while. And the great thing is we're going to be having more immigrants, so that's fine. And we have a harvest coming up, so things are going to be timing out just right. And like I said, see how I'm taking this stuff in layers is just easier on my settlers to get rid of the lumber first, and then I'll go after all the crops. I'm going to pause this, and what I'm hoping for... Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have filtered these as well, because I'm going to try to force them to put a little lumber down there. So let's go ahead and do that. And it's something I should have addressed when we first started the game. So I'm not going to allow timber there. And it would be smart to put no fuels there. And no industrial fuels. And the industrial fuels is your furnace burden. Oops. So let's get this one filtered. And that's... if you really want to control how your materials get handled, definitely first attack it with your filters. Because getting them to... which I think is a problem in the UI for the game, is getting workers to, after you reset the filters, getting them to move the stuff out of the warehouse becomes a big headache. So if you can address it at the very beginning, try to, but you can't be perfect because you have so many things going on that you want to get taken care of that it's easy to overlook stuff. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, God, if you move all your timber over here, it's going to be harder for your construction people. I get it. But sometimes you have to sacrifice some efficiency to get this stuff moved, because your warehouses just get clogged. And I don't have near enough storage space, because I don't want to waste resources building the covered warehouses right now. Granted, they hold more. I get that. But I'm trying to move stuff the fastest and cheapest way possible. So we're going to go ahead and add this warehouse right here. And this is going to be rinse and repeat until I get everything moved. But once I do get everything moved, it's going to make life so much easier. And I know it seems overwhelming right now, but it's going to become so second nature to you that it's no big deal. And I'm going to go ahead and get this one wiped out as well, even though I know they're still not done chopping this down. I just want to get a boost into my trees. And it's still warm, so I'm going to go ahead and... let's see if we can get the event triggered before it gets too cold and this stuff dies off. And in fact, I'm going to tell them to clear all the veggies off here. Because if we can get this flaxseed event triggered, that's what I'm hoping for. And let's go ahead and spend our technology point. I'm going to finish it where I need to get on my agriculture. I want the animal slaughter, because this is going to really boost leather production when we get into that. So I know I don't have corn to make fodder, so I'm not worried about that right now. I just want to get to this passive bonus. And When we start getting into leather goods, making shoes and stuff like that, it'll help. Now, just so you know, there's a huge difference between sandals and leather boots. They both give you the speed increase, but leather boots, you have far less injuries. So, food for thought. And we'll get this road put in. And then add more storage space. Get this filtered off. No beverages. Go over to raw construction. No timber. And no fuels. And then we're going to eliminate this one. Yeah, notice this is just filling up fine with water. This one has some water in it. No big deal. Yeah, we're getting stuff moved out. Now, some people have messaged me of why haven't I done anything about trading? You have the ferry. Why don't you have the ferry built? I'm not comfortable with any of the levels that I have of what I'm producing. So why sell it? I mean, right now I'm so, as far as the settlement's concerned, I'm so new. If I had the ferry and tried ordering something, it's so outrageously priced that I can't afford it. And I really don't think anything super exciting is going to come in on a merchant boat that I absolutely need right now. So I'm just not going to waste the time. I would rather just concentrating on what I'm doing right now and get that stuff resolved. And if you've never seen our series before, when we get further out, especially during the winter time, I always put a warehouse so they can do their thing, dump it right there, which why they all just ran away is beyond me. Okay, guys. You're supposed to put your stuff there. Okay, which they are doing. And the whole point in that is I don't want my settlers to freeze trying to, if they're cutting wood over here, I don't want them to travel all the way back here. And especially if I send them out here where it's farther away, I'm trying to reduce them from freezing. We have immigrants, so we're going to go ahead and bring them in. And I'm sure somebody is going to come back with the plague. And believe it or not, no plagues. That's a surprise. Now, for people that are new to the series, the one thing that if you want to, when you're first starting out, you have your two low-level plagues, which is cholera and the measles. And if you don't have these, then there's a good chance you're going to lose that immigrant and your doctor because you have no way of curing them. So that's one of those critical skills that you want. And we just picked up another development point. So we're going to go into agriculture and we're going to go into eco-pasture or eco-pasture and activate that. But again, I'm not worried about building it right now. I have the potential of building it, but I'm ignoring that. Yeah. See this water guy? He's filling this one up, which is driving me nuts. So, this is the one aggravating thing is I want to move everything, but, headaches like this occur. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this. it looks like they're done with it anyway. And then we're going to do this warehouse. And I'm going to allow water in this one. I don't really want to, but I want these people over here to be efficient and dump water. Now, I know some people would be like, just, get rid of your well people. But I know how important water is in the future, so I don't mind banking it up. Because right now, I only have 2 right here. And pretty soon, we're going to amp this thing up to probably 12 of the distilleries, because we're going to be cranking out spirits like there are no tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and call it here because we've hit the half an hour mark, and I want to try to keep these episodes to a half an hour only. And please, if you are having problems with your games, leave me a comment. I'll either put it in one of the videos or I'll get right back to you. So please do that. And thanks for watching the series. It's been amazing of the subscribers that have subscribed to the channel and the amount of views. Believe me, it's still mind-blowing to me. So I'm out of here, and hopefully I'll have another episode up in another hour or two. So thanks for watching.